happy with the win. It's great having the alumni back on campus and seeing them at the event before the game started. Players from all decades and all eras. Obviously, we're this weekend celebrating specifically the 10-year anniversary of our win over Michigan State in the NCAA tournament. And get to see Coach Davis and Coach G and Giddy Potts and Chase Miller, Perrin Buford, Ed Simpson. It's awfully good to have them back here. Obviously missing a couple guys that are still working in basketball. Reggie Upshaw is out in Phoenix with the Suns, and Darnell's at Wake Forest, and so they're busy with that stuff. But great having that group back. Jaquan Raymond. A really fun group. You can see why they had so much success. They're good people, good to be around. My son plays over at PCA for Coach G, so it's easy to see why they had success. But when you've got company at the house, you want to put your best foot forward. And we had great company here at the house, and we talked about that over the last couple of days. Obviously, we had a tough road swing with 4 straight on the road, with 1 and 3 on the road, and all of them close. Our win was close, our losses were close, and it's nice to be back home and play well, play hard in front of that special group. Really proud of our effort today, particularly on the glass. I thought that was the biggest difference in the game, and it started early with Chris Loof. He and Torrey were terrific on the glass, both with double-doubles, and our ball care has been good. I believe it was the Sam Houston game where our assist-to-turnover ratio is about 3-1. Again, tonight it's 14-5, so pretty much 3-1 in the last 2 games. We talked about trying to be the hardest playing team, the best pass and catch team on the floor. Just gives you a chance to win, and hopefully here with this home stretch, 3 in a row here at home, we can kind of hit an upswing as we head into the tournament. Questions?
Coach, your team limited Delaware to only 5 points in the second leg of the first half.
Yep.
What changed defensively from their last matchup?
Not giving up so many threes. Up there they were 14 for 28 from behind the arc, and they were 1 for 8 until they made the 3 right before the half. And to start the second half, they were 3 for 5 early, and so we just really talked about those guys just shoot it too well. Fernandez, Bliss, Kazanecki, they give them open looks and they knock them in. And there's a reason why, I know Bliss did play a lot while he's in Virginia, but there's a reason why, he ends up in a high major school coming out of high school. I mean, he's talented, he's skilled, he's smart. So you've got to guard the right way. That was the biggest difference. Is tonight they made 6 threes, and up there they made 14.
Yeah, and this was obviously a really important win for y'all. What's the mindset going into the final stretch of games?
The difference between being third and last, which is 12th, coming into today's 3 games. You can have a good week and you'll be in third. You can have a bad week, you're in 12th. So, and that's for everybody, not just us. You have a 0-2 week at the house or a 2-0 week at the house, and it can be a big difference. So we're all jockeying for position in the last couple of weeks. That's really life in any good league. Right now, Liberty's, they're all kind of by themselves, playing really well. And people predicted that. They had so many returning guys. The coaches are the same, the system's the same, the players the same. They started the season with a big advantage over the rest of us. Now, the other 11 teams are kind of jockeying it out to see where we end up.
Less a question, more of an observation. But when this defense plays as well as they do, the offense just runs with it. 2 offensive rebounds for Delaware. Didn't even give him a second opportunity. But, I mean, do you agree that that's where the focus has been or needs to be?
Yes, we went a stretch from about the Houston game on December 29th for 4 or 5 weeks where we were really guarding, but we're struggling to score. We're having games where we lose at La Tech 59-58. We won against New Mexico State 59-55. We lose at home to Western 65-60. Man, it's hard to win ball games scoring 58, 59, and 60 points. So we're talking about, hey, we've got to get out and play faster in transition. Well, in the last 6 games, Coming in today, in the last 5, we were averaging 82.5 points a game. Today we get 78. So it's going to drop a little bit. So last 6 games, 81.5, 82 points a game. Now you give yourself a little better chance to win, but we had taken our foot off the gas defensively. So we're winning the game 90-87, losing the game 88-87.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to be able to, we've talked about this as a group. We've shown we can do both. We've shown that we can score it. We've shown that we can defend it. Now in February, you've got to be able to put both sides of the ball together. And when you do, we'll give ourselves a good chance to beat a lot of teams.
Chris, double for you tonight. Really a great week altogether. How do you kind of grade out how your week has been and how you're playing?
I think it's been good, but it's better, when we win. I'm happy that we won.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
You really dominated. As a team dominated. I think it's 40 paint points. When you were in Newark earlier this year against Delaware, it was like 26. Talk about your physicality, the presence you guys had to play with tonight to come out on top.
Definitely being physical on the boards. Me and Tori attacked the glass really hard. I think that was one of the main things that we focused on a lot in preparation for this game.
Tori, what's kind of the feel in the locker room amongst the guys? I know it's hard coming through stretches like this, but as Coach said, you're finally back home, can kind of lay in your own bed, feel a lot better about that. But what's the feel around the locker room right now?
I would say hungry to get a win. Yes, we've been struggling, but guys don't quit, and we're just hungry to win. And over this stretch, we're gonna keep being hungry. We're not gonna get complacent, even if we win 2-3 in a row, and we still got to finish 6 strong.
How do you parlay? Because this is a great game. I think collectively both ends of the floor. How do you parlay the momentum you have in a game like this into the next one?
Just keep doing the same thing, guard, rebounding, continue to share the ball and score.
Coach, you talked about the margins from 3rd all the way to 12th place right now. How do you relay that message to the team that obviously every game matters more than any, but how do you, without pushing too much?
We're pretty open and upfront about it. The league standings, when we start league play, we put them up on the board. There's magnets for every team in our league. So they've seen the league standings since we played Kennesaw State here on December the 16th. And so they know exactly where we are, where everybody else is. They know that, if you want to get to the NCAA tournament, well, you got to be winning games now to be ready to play in the Conference USA tournament. I don't think that puts pressure on them. We're here to win. You're here to play hard and win ball games, and they know that. The great thing I think about our team is that even through the struggle, they've been together. There hasn't been any finger pointing in the locker room. You're the reason we're losing. You hear so many guys. Even tonight, there was a play. I was getting on somebody else, and Tori's like, "No, that was me. I'm the one that screwed up." And so you like to see that. You lose a tough one. And in the next game, teams that kind of tossed it in and are pouting, they get blown out. It's a lopsided score. We're in one possession game after one possession game, and that's really what you want to see is a group of guys that are still fighting together. Teams that are happy and healthy this time of year got a chance. As long as you got talent, if you got enough guys on your roster to win games, if you're happy and healthy, you got a chance. Right now, we got to get a couple more guys a little more healthier. But I like where you'd like to be in a different spot.
Mm-hmm.
They're not hanging their heads and ready to fight down the stretch. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Good.